How's it going, guys, and welcome to the start of a new Football Manager 2012 series. I've chosen to be Arsenal for this series because over the last few years they've been really underachieving, not performing as well as they should be. I think they've done pretty poorly in the transfer market and made some bad decisions, and there's a lot of talk around at the moment that Arsene Wenger might not be cut out for the job anymore, and perhaps it might be time to bring someone else new in. And I've decided that I wanted to be Arsenal to see what I would do if I was in Wenger's shoes. What transfers would I make? How would I make them great in the Premier League again? And will I be able to get a European trophy? And that's the aim for the series. The format of the series, we're going to go with monthly updates, where we go through all the fixtures and results and have a look at the league tables and whatnot. But then after that, we're going to have the live com of the first games done next month, so that way we get a bit of everything in there. So in this episode I'm going to show you who I've signed and how pre-season went. So let's go and have a look at the transfers now. First up, we signed Javi Martinez from Atletico Bilbao. Now I signed this guy because I think in real life he would be the perfect replacement for Fabregas or Nasri, because he does such a good job of just holding that ball, making those simple passes out to the wings and then bringing the strikers into play. And I think he should, in theory, work really well with Mikel Arteta, another Spaniard, and I think there'll be quite a good balance between these two, because one's straightforward simple passing, whereas the other one presses forward and attacks a bit more. So hopefully there's quite a good balance and a good bit of chemistry to be had there. Just looking forward to see how he gets on. Anyway, let's have a look at our second signing. The second and final signing so far anyway is Ryan Shawcross. Signed him from Stoke for £11.5 million. Now I think the reason I signed him was because I don't like Mertesacker, and I think that was the wrong signing to be made. I think someone like Shawcross would have been perfect because he's young, he's English, he's got plenty of time to develop, and he's not as slow as Mertesacker. He's used to the Premier League pace, and I've brought him in, so I'm hoping he'll gel quite well with the team. He didn't get the chance to play any pre-season friendlies because we signed him a little bit late, but hopefully, because he's already played in the Premier League, he knows how it runs. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's have a look at some of the players we got rid of. We sold Thomas Rosicky to Italian side Catania for £3 million. Didn't want him. He doesn't suit the way I want this team to play. He's 30 years old, so I might as well cash on him before he retires, and it's a bit of money to take off the wage bill. Let's have a look at the next one. Next, we sold Andre Arshavin to Manchester City. I know it's a rival and that might end up biting me in the backside, but he doesn't suit the way I want this team to play. Yet again, I do think he was a flop signing from Wenger. Too much expectation on him and he just didn't perform, and I don't think he's going to for me. And I would prefer to use Walcott or Gervinho, and I've got Thierry Henry that can play on the wing as well. So he just wasn't needed. And let's have a look at the last one. Lastly, we sold Rio Mariachi, whatever that says. Sold him to Man City yet again, mainly because he's just too young. I just don't have the patience to deal with this kid. He doesn't look like he's got an awful lot of potential for me, and like I said about Arshavin, I've got plenty of players that can play on the wings. There's no need to have too many wingers, because obviously they'll get a bit upset that I'm not giving them constant playing time, so it makes rotating the squad a bit easier just to get rid of them. So that's all the players in and out. Let's have a look at the overall transfer summary. So this is the transfer history screen. Basically just shows you what players you bought in, how much money you spent, who you got rid of, and how much money you got in. So as you can see, 35 spent, 15.5 in. That's not too bad, but I would prefer a couple of extra signings. Now I wouldn't mind a new goalkeeper, because the ones we've got I don't think are good enough, but they're okay for the moment. I'm happy to wait until the January transfer window opens. We'll have to see how Szczesny and Fabianski get on. I wouldn't mind another centre back either to help cover. Yeah, maybe another centre back. Strikers I'm really happy with, because we've got Shamak and Van Persie, and Thierry Henry can go up front as well. I'm not too happy with that South Korean striker we've got, but I can't sell him because on the game it's his first season at the club, so you can't sell him in the first season. So that's basically all the transfer summary done. Let's go and have a look at some of the pre-season results. First result was a 3-0 win over Portsmouth. Robin Van Persie with 2 goals, one of them a penalty, and then Aaron Ramsey scored in the 47th minute. Not too bad performance wise. We had 52% of the possession, 5 shots on target, 15 on goal overall. Next up, we was away to Darlington and we beat them 6-0. Robin Van Persie with 2 penalties, Thierry Henry, and then Gervinho, Chamac and Chamberlain, all on the score sheet. 24 shots on goal, 9 on target, 68% of the possession. They didn't even have a single shot. It was quite a good performance really, but we should be battering this team anyway. They're pretty useless. Let's have a look at the next one. Next up was an away fixture in Mexico, and we come away with a 1-1 draw. A little bit disappointed that Thomas Vermaelen scored the only goal, and on paper we're in a much better side. We should have come away with a decent victory, but we didn't. But at least Chamac got on the score sheet for us. Squad wise, it wasn't a great performance, only 52% of the possession, 4 shots on target and 14 on goal overall. Let's have a look at the next one. Now this was a very frustrating match. As you can see from the score at half time, we were 3-0 up and they ended up putting it level, and we should have really had this game tied up. Brilliant first half, shocking second half, gave away so many passes, and this kid here, Andre Yeousch, was on fire. Every run he made, every pass he made turned it into a goal threat. Really frustrating, but we're lucky this was a pre-season result. It's not really about the result itself, it's more about the fitness of the squad and getting them used to your tactics you want to be using in competitive games. So in the grand scheme of things, not too bad. 53% possession, 8 shots on target and 16 on goal overall. And the final pre-season fixture of this year was a 3-2 win over Colorado away. Not too bad really, but a bit disappointed we did concede twice. Arteta, Ramsey and Walcott on the score sheet for us. Arteta missed a penalty, and that's probably because Van Persie didn't start the match. If he was taking it, perhaps he would have actually converted it. But not bad possession, 58%, and then 7 shots on target and 15 on goal overall. So that's basically pre-season wrapped up. If we have a look at all the fixtures, we get to have an overall look. Overall, not a bad pre-season. I think some questions were asked defensively. I do think we conceded far too many goals, especially against Marseille, being 3-0 up. I was a bit annoyed about that. Milan, I'm not too fussed about because, as I say, they're a great side, and it just shows that we need to do a bit better if we do have to face that kind of squad in Europe. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The Premier League season starts soon, and it kicks off against West Brom, and we've got some Champions League qualifiers against Udinese. We need to get through that and hopefully have a decent European run, but Udinese aren't a bad side. So the next episode is looking something like this. We're going to have a round-up with West Brom, Udinese, Wigan, Udinese again, Everton, and then we'll have a live con for you against Fulham. And I'm pretty sure that wraps up the episode, really. Give you a quick look at the tactics, actually. That was one of the tactics I was using, but decided we're not going to use it going forward. Instead, we're going to do something a little bit like this. We're going to push the wingers out there and just have like a 5-man midfield like this. That way we get to use the pace of Henry, Gervinho and of course Walcott as well. Quite a pacey lad, so I'm quite happy with that. Defence, I want Shawcross to be partnered with Vermaelen instead, so we can drop that there. And like I said earlier, we're going to want a new goalkeeper to slide down here, because I don't like Szczesny and I don't like Fabianski, but they'll do for the moment. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, drop it a like, it does help, and if you would like, you can put your predictions for the Fulham game. What do you think the scoreline's going to be for that, and let's see if anyone guesses it right. So thanks for watching, take it easy, and Yeousch, damn it.